Okay, I'm Ken Rossignol with the Chesapeake Today. We're here at Fitzy's Marina and Restaurant on a beautiful Breton Bay. You will see fish jump in the background and even dolphins swimming by occasionally. And they're home of the best crab cakes in town. I just had one. We're here with Roy Alvey. He's running for County Commissioner, St. Mary's County in District 1, in the southern end of the county, over towards Piney Point.
Piney Point Ridge,
right?
St. George's
So,
Island.
Roy, you're running for commissioner. Tell us why you're running. The Republican primary, July 19th. Why you're running for commissioner?
Well, for the last 25 years, I have followed St. Mary's County politics. I have worked for campaigns for other people. I've followed all the meetings. You don't have to go to them. You can watch them on TV, and I follow everything. And I think I'm more than qualified. And another reason I'm running, I think I am what St. Mary's County is made of. I was raised on Snow Hill Farm, which the county bought Snow Hill Park, and it was a tobacco farm, and I cut tobacco and stuff. When I graduated from Chopticon, I volunteered for the Army, and I served with the 82nd Airborne Infantry Division, and I was glad to get back home. And I said I'll never leave St. Mary's again. And I started work at what was then C&P Telephone. Before you had cell phones, we installed phones in your house. And I think I helped bring St. Mary's County to the communication age. And then I did that for 20 years, and between businesses and residents. And then the last 10 years is when high-speed data became available. And I did the first DSLs, the first ISDNs, and the T1s on the base. That's what generates the capacity for you to get. I didn't invent the internet, but I made it possible for all you had to do was plug in. And I also I worked there for 38 years. During that time, I was a member of a local 2107. I was a shop steward. I worked in some negotiations. And also, while I was working there, I worked part-time at the Safeway in Great Mills Road. I worked there for 20 years. I was the night manager, and I mainly worked 2 jobs so that when we had kids, my wife could stay home with the kids. And she went back to work when my daughter was 10, 12, and she worked for the Board of Education as a secretary, and she's retired, and we're both retired. We've been married a little over 50 years. I met her in high school, and we've been together ever since.
Great.
And we've got 2 grown kids, 4 grandkids, and a great-grandson.
Well, you've got it from A to Z your entire life here. You're 74 years old.
Right.
And you look like you're spry enough to last through a whole term.
Oh, I think I got another good 10, 15 years.
You've been serving on the Metropolitan Commission?
I've been on there, and with the other members.
So you know how the county's wired together,
right,
for phones.
Right.
You know how it's wired together for sewer and water.
Right.
Okay.
I wish I had it.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now.
And I'm also serve on the Housing Authority.
Right.
And also I'm on the Board of Education Ethics Committee.
Okay.
And work with some good people. And at Metcom, like I say, with the other commissioners, we have done everything we can to hold monthly charges to a minimum. You know, and
well, then when you talk about charges, let's go over to the issue of taxes. Do we have enough taxes? Would you raise taxes? Would you lower them? Would you get rid of some? Could you talk about taxes a little bit?
Well, I've thought about that a lot, and some of the other candidates talk about lowering taxes. When the commissioners lowered taxes this time, the amount that you've got as a reduction really doesn't amount to a whole lot. But yeah, if I'd seen that we could lower it and maintain facilities, fine.
They have an approval right now for a $26 million Sheriff's Palace, which will be a bond. They'll borrow money to build that, and that has to be paid back through taxes. Would you, as a commissioner going in, subtract that out and say we don't need this or we need to reevaluate it. They did it without any public input.
Well, I've already said at the debates that going in, I'm not. If you have plenty of money, we can buy anything. But going in the first year, I'm not going to vote for a new sheriff's office. I said I'm not going to vote for a new sports complex. I'm not going to vote for a YMCA at this time. They're all good ideas, maybe down the road, but at this time, I'm
You
not
guys doing
voting
okay
for
over here? Have you guys been
Thank
helped?
you.
You guys are good?
Yep, we're fine.
Good. Anything you guys need at the moment? Good, good.
Okay, thanks.
But no, I just think in these times, and the day of the debate, I'll give you a story. I said I went to the doctors just for a checkup. Everything was great. I leave the doctors. I go to CVS. Lady next one in front of me couldn't pay for a prescription. The gentleman behind her paid for it, and if he hadn't, I would have. I went to the grocery store. I'm going down the frozen food aisle, and this little boy gets a pot pie out of the freezer and asked his mom, "Can I have this pot pie?" She said, "No, I can't afford it." And I'm thinking, pot pie? Well, when they left, I went and looked at it. It went up 69 cents since last week. On the way home, I stopped to get gas, and it was $50 for a half tank of gas. I said, in these times, I want to cut fees to the park, on the roller skating ring. I think we should cut those fees. We charge enough taxes to get by. We don't have to do anything but the constant yield.
What about the energy tax?
Yeah, we do.
I think we need to get rid of it. But anything that we can cut without cutting major services, I'm all for. And